Good morning. Today I am going to discuss with you a case of 302 and the trial was favorably ended on conviction by the lower court and upheld by the High Court. But the Supreme Court has elaborately discussed uh, several aspects because the evidence was based on circumstantial evidence. And for three grounds, the Honorable Supreme Court acquitted. Number one, motive. Prosecution did not strain to prove motive. Number two, the last scene theory uh, was not established through 161 statement, though witnesses attempted to speak about last scene theory with inconsistent versions. Then extrajudicial confession. Therefore, they got acquitted. Now, I will. Before that, see what is murder and what is culpable homicide not amounting to murder. For amounting to murder, culpable homicide amounting. Number one, motive must be there. Then preparation to kill the deceased, motive for kill the deceased, preparation, and attempt, and act. These things are there. See, a man can do any act to eliminate a person, but that will be a murder. But a man indulge in any act which resulted the death of the deceased, so that will be culpable homicide, not amounting to murder. Depends upon the gravity of the offense and the nature of the attack over the disease. Here you see the initially the investigation was very poor, mechanically done, only resting upon the arresting the accused and getting confession, filing charge sheet mechanically, and managed to get conviction before the trial court, which it is happening in Tamil Nadu also. They have not strained to conduct the investigation. Number one, the deceased, the police received information that some heavy blood was available. That was recorded under General Diary Register, GD Register. Then they went there, they found a blood-stained vajoli. Vajoli means a long knife. One daga means thread, then a rear mirror of a motorcycle. Therefore, they subsequently went there. Some visible mark of dragging some heavy article in the jungle was also noticed. Then they received information from PW7, that is nephew Kaushik Sarkar, found missing. Then thereafter they arrested these two accused and one juvenile, and what happened, they got conviction. This is what the Supreme Court has said. First of all, prosecution not come forward with any motive why the appellant along with juvenile accused commit the crime. Number two, the say only limb was recovered from, but no DNA test was carried out as to establish that the limb was that of deceased Kaushik Sarkar. Here, corpus delicti plays vital role in criminal cases. Sometimes even without corpus delicti, the courts are convicting on unbroken chain of circumstantial evidence. Then last scene theory only played vital role for the Supreme Court to intervene and acquit it. And the last scene theory was disbelieved only because there was the defense lawyer has categorically confronted the statement of the witnesses under section 161 CRPC about the entry of police record. Number 2, they also said witness in cross-examination when confronted with her statement under 161 CRPC, no such statement was there. These all are the vital role they played. Then and also you see 25 PW 25 statement was also is not as stated by the witnesses in the box. Therefore, the rightly set aside the judgment. So the defense lawyers' efforts are there. So as I other day told that it is most important unless and until you understand 161 statement, 162 statement, 162 CRPC regulating the 160 recording 161 statement, then 145 Evidence Act. 145 Evidence Act says if the witness is speaking contrary to his earlier statement, you can refer his earlier statement and check his memory whether he did stated anything previously. In civil cases also it happens in civil suit when if he gives some evidence. In criminal cases only 161 statement that plays vital role. I hope you understand. I have to congratulate all of you for this May Day. What was the May Day? Knowingly or unknowingly, what happens? My family is Orthodox family. Everybody in the family is religious. But unfortunately, I was alone in the family born with different thought. And I, from my career of 9th standard, I became communist. And up to first year BA Pachapas College, I was Students Federation, SFI, affiliated with Marxist Communist. But subsequently when M.G. Ramachandran was expelled from DMK, then I, being a young, joined the protest for that purpose, and slowly I was one of the mate inside the Satya studio to bring M.G. Ramachandran to start a political party. Initially, the proposal of M.G. Ramachandran was the symbol of the political party would be a lotus. Okay, that lotus is now flourished. Whatever it may be, then what is why May Day? There are two different versions about May Day. Number one, some mine employees refused to go inside the mines hollow because they were not properly provided with the equipments. That was the first May when they have protested, and that is being followed as May Day. That was one type of story. The other type of story was, it was the ladies who protested to work in the field or because they were not properly fed in the morning. That was another story. I do not know what else stories are there being in May Day. Whatever may be that May Day, but the Marxist, Communist Party of India, and so many other political communist parties are not following strictly the communist policy because of globalizations, privatizations. And still, slowly the Madras Port Trust and these Navy Lignite corporations, so many other unions slowly sidetracked to other unions. Then the Communist Party lost their stand in the political field of India. You all may know that it was the first when first democratic election held in India after independence. It was the two states where communists alone became a ruling party in those days. But they lost, except Kerala, there is no other communist ruling party. Okay, best wishes.